No light with a broken bike in a country where people drive like maniacs. What could go wrong? And good morning from Siwa Oasis in Egypt. This is my hostel room. Pretty cool. Here in a camp in a desert. Siwa Oasis between the Qattara Depression and the Great Sand Sea. Just 50 kilometers from the border of Libya. Let's start the day by taking a plunge here into a pool. Perfect. Alright, today's plan. Let's rent a bicycle and explore what this area has to offer. Join me for today's adventure. Let's start today by having a real Berber breakfast. And a free complimentary tea. Hospitality you can only find in Egypt if you go more off the beaten path. Hello. I'd like to rent a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is the bicycle for one day?
1 day, 100.
100.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing really to lock the bike, so I guess I just need to trust the Egyptians and leave it here. It may not be the best bike in Egypt, but at least it's the best bike for me. Right, let's start the day by checking out the old Kali fortress or Shali or something like that. Used to be the old citadel area here in Siwa, made of clay and mud bricks. It's not anymore in a really great condition because when there is raining it damages the whole place. It doesn't rain often, so that's why it has been able to survive the time this well even. What I really like about this place is it's completely free. And look how awesome it is. Every way some kind of a paths. Let's go through that hole. I think we are in an old house of someone. It's a one huge maze, the whole place. Imagine being here as a child playing hide and seek. Freaking cool, huh? Here it seems to be that there was some kind of a bigger square. Behind the oasis, every direction, there's just desert. In many touristy towns in Egypt, when you're visiting the most famous attraction, there's always a lot of salespeople hassling. Siwa, it's much more off the beaten path. Here, no one's trying to sell me anything. Maybe in the city, someone's trying to offer a taxi ride, but that's pretty much it. Seems the only one here apart from me is one dog. Oh, there's one bird also. I'm not the only one here. It rarely rains in Siwa, but when it rains, this is what happens. Rain and mud, not the best combination. And still, even though there's a huge part of this already collapsed, I can see one hostel there. Seems that people are having businesses, houses, still in these old ruins. So many abandoned houses. There's almost nothing left in them. No roof, like some of my hostels. And I believe this whole area used to be of these buildings. Now totally damaged, gone. Just imagine, here someone used to live here. Maybe even not so long time ago. But now, nothing left. This used to be the upper floor. Now the whole floor has collapsed. The doors are not really tall in here. So either people were really small, or they always needed to crawl inside their houses. In the old times, people used to live in these small houses with all of their animals. Imagine you have a lot of cows or sheep or camels or whatever they were having with you in this small space. That looks like a minaret made out of a clay. Almost all of the houses on this side totally collapsed. No roof, just some of the walls still standing. Too many times I'm making a mistake, not drinking enough water. But I compensate it with beer. And we have arrived to next place, Gebel al-Mavda or something like that, tombs here in desert. Mountain of dead, I think because there is dead buried here. Dead has left a lot of trash here in a tomb. This seems cool. Let's go into the mountain of dead. It's not exactly as royal as Valley of the Kings. It's located in a valley and there is kings. That's why they call it Valley of the Kings. Maybe here was buried some commoners. Looks like a place where you could film Indiana Jones. Well, it doesn't lead anywhere. Pretty much dead ends. Dead ends. The Valley of the Kings, they really like to bury some kind of a treasures with the person. In here, they did that also. There's some Coca-Cola can, some kind of chips. I guess this person really enjoyed Coca-Cola and chips while he was living. There was someone buried there also, I guess. It's a pretty huge tomb. Now look at the view. You can see the oasis. And behind it, far away, is more desert. Some kind of inscriptions here in the wall. Maybe Google Translate can help us. N-aimer. Your pal. I guess this guy really liked watching satellite TV. And I guess this guy here was driving garbage truck. Oh, too late. Pretty amazing place. Especially because it's free and I was pretty much the only one here. If I don't remember to drink enough water, I'll end up dead in a tomb. Known as Amun Revelation Temple, this archaeological ruin dates back to the Pharaoh era. This is also one of the bigger attractions here in Siwa. And again, it seems I'm pretty much the only one in here. It was made famous by actually the visit of Alexander the Great, who in this place came to visit the oracle, who told Alexander that he is the real leader of Egypt. Seems pretty big place. Look, there's some kind of inscriptions here on the wall. Not sure if they're original or if someone just wanted to write their name here. Little Shameless Viking was here. Pretty much collapsed. Not sure where the oracle used to live in here. Here's some bigger rooms, or maybe it was more like a takeaway oracle from this small window. Hey oracle, Little Shameless Viking, the real ruler of Egypt, right? Alrighty then. Looks like it used to be some kind of a ancient well. Well, let's continue. Let's look at the views of the place. Freaking cool. No thank you, la shukran. La shukran. La shukran. Temple of Obaidah. There's not much left of it, but Apparently this used to be one of the biggest temples in its time in here. Now pretty much only thing left is at one wall. Just the size of it is pretty massive. So imagine size of that, the whole area around here. It must have been a really big temple. Bench is about to fall off. Same thing with these. The brakes doesn't really work. I think this is also pretty much broken. And it keeps pretty terrible noise. But if it works, it's good enough. And it was pretty cheap. And again, one of the bigger attractions here is this Cleopatra spring. Apparently Cleopatra never visited it, but many things in Egypt are named after her. As it's free, let's give it a go. I haven't seen anyone else biking here the whole day. So I guess it's not really common in Egypt to use a bicycle to go around the places. Now the other brake broke. Here in Siwa there's multiple of these springs, but not all of them are in the same condition than the Cleopatra one. Look at this old Ferris wheel. Let's see if we can try it out. It seems to be falling apart pretty much. Maybe it was made for kids. It looks like a water, but actually it's salt. Salt is one of the biggest exports of this area. Cafe here in the middle of the salt flats. Great place for coffee.
Island, yes.
Yeah, really good.
You
really
are
good.
from
Finland.
Finland?
Yep. Far away.
From Helsinki?
Honestly, one of the coolest places I've ever had a coffee. Just look around. Everywhere you see salt flats. Isn't that freaking awesome? On this tiny island. The salt lakes, they are used for swimming and at the same time they are used for industry. Just look how turquoise blue the water here is. It's so easy to float here. It's much more saltier than the Dead Sea. Do I use this drinking water to wash myself? Or do I just save it and not wash myself? I washed myself a bit, so I have 1/4 of the bottle left. It needs to last enough to get back into town. It's even harder back this way because now I need to bike against the wind. Now I'm out of water. Hot springs?
Yes. Where are you come from?
Finland.
Finland, you welcome.
Thank you. How much is the hot spring?
50 pounds for the swimming, included the tea.
Phew, I got some water. Finally. Let's check out the hot springs. The bigger pool should be cold and the smaller pool should be hot. I really need a cold pool first. Let's see how it is. Oh la la. And look where it is. Just in the middle of a desert. And this is the hot spring. And it's actually really hot. Amazing place. Maybe I could climb to that dune there. I found this spot. So let's do some sandboarding. Sand definitely isn't the easiest terrain to walk. Alright, I've never done sandboarding before. Time to try. I'm not sure was it more try or die. But let's see. I'm gonna die. Please bury me at the mountain of death. Alright, let's give it a go. And if I need to jump the whole way down, probably I will not die. Not sure, do I do something wrong? Oh, why it doesn't slide? I was thinking it's going to be easy. Not the most extreme sport I've done. Ooh, chicken, rice, potatoes, some salad. Dinner at the desert. Stars are freaking amazing here in the desert, but I guess you cannot see anything. The night has fallen and I have around 8 kilometers to cycle back to the center without pretty much any light other than the moon and the stars. This will be interesting to bike back. I can see basically nothing in here and even more problems. Now this steering stick, or however it should be called, is starting to loosen up. No light at night with a broken bike in a country where people drive like maniacs and roads are full of potholes. What could go wrong? I just followed that motorbike which had a light. It seemed to be going to the direction of the center, and now we are already in an area where there is street lights. Amazing. We are making progress here with a broken bicycle. Who needs steering and brakes in this calm and peaceful city? Well, that was quite a day. We got to see pretty much all the attractions of Siwa Oasis. Time to say good night and see you next time.